In 1950, the world was still recovering from the devastation of World War II. Tensions were high between the United States and the Soviet Union, and this tension split over into the Korean Peninsula. In the summer of 1950, North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel into South Korea, sparking a conflict that would last for 3 years. The United States and its allies, including South Korea and other United Nations forces, fought against North Korean and Chinese forces in what became known as the Korean War. The war was a brutal affair, fought in some of the most inhospitable terrain on the planet. The Korean Peninsula is known for its rugged mountains and deep valleys, which made it difficult for both sides to move troops and supplies. The winter months were especially harsh, with temperatures dropping to -40 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas. One of the most interesting aspects of the Korean War was the use of unconventional tactics by both sides. North Korean and Chinese forces often used human wave attacks, sending large numbers of troops forward in an attempt to overwhelm their enemies. The United States and its allies, on the other hand, used air power and artillery to devastating effect. One of the most famous battles of the Korean War was the Battle of Chosin Reservoir. In November of 1950, Chinese forces surrounded United States and United Nations forces at the Chosin Reservoir, cutting off their escape routes. The United States Marines, however, refused to surrender, fighting their way out through waves of Chinese troops. The battle was a turning point in the war, and is still celebrated by the United States Marine Corps to this day. The Korean War ended in 1953, with the signing of the Armistice Agreement. The war had claimed the lives of millions of Koreans, Chinese, and Americans, and had left the Korean Peninsula divided into two separate nations that remain at odds to this day. Despite the tragedy of the war, there are still many lessons that can be learned from the Korean War. The importance of diplomacy, the danger of unchecked aggression, and the power of individual bravery in the face of overwhelming odds are all lessons that can be applied to our world today.